Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Such a beautiful morning. Here on day 11 of 33 days to Eucharistic glory. Today we read about another beautiful saint, Saint Maximilian Kolbe. Saint Maximilian Kolbe would have been a priest in Poland during World War II, and he would have done his very best to help refugees, help people who were running away from the war-torn Germany. When Germany invaded Poland, Saint Maximilian Kolbe, along with many of his brother priests, invited people to come into their monastery to seek refuge, to seek help, to seek hope. Saint Maximilian Kolbe, he always had the forefront of everyone's mind the Eucharist, because for him, evil could never defeat God, and God is the Eucharist. Eucharistic adoration became something central and so important to their daily lives. And St. Maximilian's monastery was shut down eventually. They were all captured and thrown into the concentration camps. He would have gone to Auschwitz. He was willing to make a sacrifice, to sacrifice his own life, not for comfort, not for glory, not for anything else, but for love. He was willing to go to sacrifice his life in place of another. This man who would have been chosen to die by starvation, he had a wife and children. Upon hearing of his cries for his wife, his children, St. Maximilian Kolbe, he volunteered his life, offering up himself as a sacrifice. He didn't choose comfort. He didn't allow evil to send him into cowardice or fear, but he offered himself for the life of this man. We too should try our very best each day to recognize the small sacrifices that we can offer ourselves for and towards. Sacrifices of help, of care, sacrifices of prayer for others, those who can't pray for themselves. A beautiful sacrifice is to spend a few minutes each day praying and speaking and talking to God about those who suffer, those who are innocent in this world, and those who need conversion of heart. That's a sacrifice that we can all give up each day, a sacrifice we can offer before the Blessed Sacrament, before the Eucharist. Let's try our best each day to grow in faith, hope, and love, and to grow in holiness like St. Maximilian Kolbe would have. Day 11, we read that St. Maximilian, his beautiful words, Jesus, he says, is at the heart of this community. Jesus is the first citizen, the elder brother and bridegroom of souls, present in the Eucharist. He makes us brothers. He warms our hearts with mutual love. That's what sacrifice offers us. It makes us one, it unifies us when we make sacrifices of love, of care, and of hope for each other. When we seek comfort, when we seek pleasure, it doesn't necessarily bring about unity. But making that sacrifice, spending a few minutes in prayer before the Holy Eucharist, it allows for us to become more attentive to each other's needs, to each other's pains, to each other's sorrows. And we make that sacrifice by spending time with God before the Eucharist or the other. Let's ask God to give us the courage to make that sacrifice. Sacrifice, he says, the virtue of sacrifice enhances the meaning of our existence, the ability to set aside our desires and personal preferences, expecting nothing in return, is the evidence of the nobility of the human person. Yet let your selfishness give way to love, and you will embrace the sacrifices of daily life enthusiastically. We get enthusiasm when we give way to selfishness and embrace love in sacrifice. God bless you this day as you make the journey, you continue this pilgrimage of 33 days to Eucharistic glory. And may He be with you always.